Howdy, and welcome to this Life Lesson Friday episode of the Confidence Through Health podcast. Today's topic is teamwork. And we all understand, whether we're fans of sports or there's other places where we see teams work in actual careers, working environments and whatnot, in school environments, we're put in a team of projects stuff. We all have a basic understanding of how teams are supposed to work and how teamwork helps the team succeed. Good people working together with understanding and lifting each other up and helping each other with the different parts of the puzzle, whatever that is, if it's offense, defense in a sports world, or if it's projects and somebody has one specific part of the project and another person has a different part of the project, and they all come together at the end to put the project together. In a work environment, we all understand the teamwork concept, and sometimes it can get difficult. Sometimes there's somebody who doesn't lift their weight. Sometimes there's somebody who doesn't understand and is not, up to speed as everybody else. And so it slows the project down, even though they're trying as hard as they can. And other times there's lack of direction from either whether it's the coach or the boss or just the outline of what you're supposed to be doing that can bring confusion to the team. And so and sometimes there's just people that just decide they don't want to show up anymore. And so there's multiple things that can get in the way of a team working together, right? So that's the basic concept. But one of the things that a lot of people don't understand when it comes to their personal life and their individual life is we all need a team around us to help us. There's that old saying that it takes a village to raise a child. And the same thing about us being an adult. It takes a team of people around you to help you be successful in the different areas of your life you want to be successful in. That team could be, okay, well, it's a doctor and a physical therapist and a personal trainer and a life coach and a psychologist or psychiatrist, or there's so many things when it comes to the health side of things that can help us. There's obviously there's podcasts, there's reading books, there's all kinds of different things you can do on your own. But then there's also just our friends that we go to talk to, that we go to communicate with, that we go to have moments that we can just be let the veil down and not try to hide anything from the rest of society, and just really check in with somebody else and understand that, like, this is what's going on in my life, and I just need somebody to support me through that. And so when you don't have that team, or you don't engage that team, right? Like, a lot of us have that team, and it's sort of sometimes built in. If we have a big family, we sort of have built in best friends as siblings, and that we have aunts and uncles that or maybe always around, that we're checking on us, and it can be somebody we've talked to. And so our team can be naturally formed by the place that the group that we're born into. It can be formed through our childhood friendships, our work friendships, our athletic teams that we're on that maybe had a huge success. And so there's that piece of, like, hey, when I see this person, it brings back so many great memories, and there's somebody that lifts me up. And the point being that we need a team. It's really, really hard to go through this life on your own, and needing and having a team around you takes so much of the pressure off of finding your way, of finding success, of dealing with the ups and downs. And there's people and I have multiple teams. There's a really close team. Then there's an outer circle of people that are, there to support me in maybe even bigger things, where it's like, okay, my small support team, maybe they're busy, maybe it's too big for just a couple of people to be a part of, and I need more people to be involved in this. And then there's even a bigger team around that. And then there's multiple layers to this. right? And that's the way it should be. Is there's multiple layers. And a lot of us understand American football. And for those of y'all that are outside of the country, American football, a lot of us understand that there's an offense and a defense and a special teams all playing for the same team as a whole. But even within that offense, there's different teams. There's the running backs, there's the linemen, there's the quarterbacks that they all have their own specific team that work together to make sure that they understand what they're supposed to be doing. Then they all come together, and then the overall team comes together. And then you've got not just the coaching staff, but you've got the people that are maybe the second or third team players that are on the sideline that are support, that they don't play as much, but they're out there to support and see things and say, hey, I don't know if you saw this on that last play, but this is something maybe you should look at the next time. And we should be taking that same type of approach to our individual personal lives, building a team around us, not to do life for us, not to be like the catch-all, but to help support us, especially in times when we need it. We still have to do life we still have to do life ourselves. We have to be active. We have to do things towards the goals and things that we want to accomplish. So we have to take those steps. It's not just going to happen. But having those people on our team is huge in being able to get to that success level, because you have people that you can count on for support to yeah, complain to. Maybe not, they're not there to be able to fix it. Maybe they can't fix it. Maybe they have no idea how to fix it. They're not that involved in the whatever's wrong in your process of life, but there's somebody to talk to. And a lot of times just talking things out will trigger something in your head. And so if you're sitting by yourself all the time and you don't have that team of people that you trust, that you can talk to, that you can have lift you up, that you can have walk through some of the scenarios and give you advice, then it's really hard, because you can very easily get stuck into analysis of paralysis of analysis, and just sitting there and just spinning in your head going, I don't understand how to get out of this circle. So making sure that you build that team and have multiple layers to it is a huge life lesson for success as we get older. And granted, that team may change too as you go through life. You may change, where you live. You may move across the country. And so that team of people that included maybe your neighborhood, that's going to change. So those people have to change. And being open to that, being okay with that, understanding that that's part of life. Teams change and it's okay. We can still be successful. What we need to avoid is getting into that silo of, it's only me and I'm the only person that can do this and I'm all by myself. Those types of things are very limiting. And the more that you rely on people around you to help you through the process, the quicker and more successful you're going to be as you go through life in pretty much every area of life, as you think about it, in pretty much every area. And if you want to like really quickly figure out if this is something that's like that really works in practical life, go find a new mom who's maybe got a baby that is between 6 and 9 months old, and ask them how many times the grandparents babysat, how many times maybe a good family friend came over and babysat and gave her some time away. And you'll see a difference in the people that say, that happens on a pretty regular, often basis, and the people that say, I don't have anybody to do that. You're going to see a difference in those people, in how they're living life in that moment. Not that either one is bad. You're just going to see a difference between the two and how much it helps to have that team around us. So building your team is the life lesson. Teamwork, building a team around you. Make sure that you're doing that as you go through life. And if you're not right now, start finding some people to just start communicating with and seeing if they're going to be somebody that's going to be in your team. So that's the Life Lesson Friday for this episode.